I've got my attention right now in some more surprised places because, well, for one, to be perfectly honest, I was called out that I thought the mine itself was called, like, the territory was called the Black Rock, and people were telling me that it was the monster. I didn't want to go back and look. I was being a little stubborn, but it is fully admitted in this chapter that the monster itself is the Black Rock. So, fair game. I was called out on that, so good. Thanks. As I've said before, I appreciate the backup. That's what that's what's always appreciated. Even though if I'm always like, God damn it, I wasn't able to grasp something so quickly right in front of my face because I was too busy in awe of how cool the monster was that I didn't notice that the Black Rock was it, not the location. But while they're getting all ready, they're now like figuring out the monster because this thing. Sad that it's gone. But they're all figuring out what they're gonna do, and Paul actually brings up, like, while they're talking about, oh yeah, if we can kill it and defeat it, all the metal will pretty much bring the colors to zero, so we'll be good. And Paul's like, I'll have to tell you guys when you're done. You'll figure it out. I actually was happy because the entire team got to be pretty relevant in here. They all got to have a part, even Pino, because we have Homura, her sword's broken. She's like, all right. Even though it's broken, I can't use it to full capabilities, and it'll take some time to reforge it. I can still know how to do it. I know it's something I can do because while they're kind of figuring out a plan, Pino ends up analyzing the creature and talks about how there's an area on its back that isn't fully like with the black scales, or is it rocks, metal scales? That material. I think they said, I feel like metal is just the easiest thing to go with. There's still scale anyway. Regardless of whether or not there's still scales, what I noticed is, like, you figured you'd go for the mouth because the mouth actually has like a lot of like light colored ones. So I imagine they aren't the same as density. Also, it's underbelly, but there's a spot on its back. Hiroshima, I swear he got some good stuff from it from going over all his Monster Hunter obsession. He probably thought of this creature, and when you got a crazy monster, you got to have a weak point. That just seems set in standard. But you ended up launching Rebecca straight up, and she's able to, figuring out where she's going, but she's not sure she's going to make it. But Shiki, even though he's, passed out for bugs, he was able to overcome at least a little bit of his nervousness to get up there and use his anti-gravity to launch Rebecca closer by doing some sick foot-to-foot kicks. It reminds me a lot of, like, the fight with Hades when, Natsu's moving forward and Urza and Grey both did that. That was pretty awesome. I love that part. But launching him in, she finds the weak point. She starts going full blast, and I like how after, like, Shiki was like super stoked to like you got it, you get this, but like then he's looking under her skirt as she's flying, and he's like, whoa! That was just such a nice little awkward like buildup of tension, and then like little like moment of just like, and I see what you're doing. We're probably not going to get a lot of fans of this chapter, but I appreciate the little ass shot. But while they're blasting it, Shiki's doing his part, getting over while it's weakened and throwing it onto its side, where then Homura comes in and delivers the final blow. And I figured it'd be Rebecca because it looked like they were setting up for Rebecca to do it. But I'm happy with Homura doing it because this seems to be, heavy in Homura's favor right now with all the Valkyrie stuff. And once they ended up defeating it, they actually like straight up down to zero. Full power of the collar down to zero. But once it got to zero, it just resets. And that's when Paul brings up that there's actually no getting out of the mine, which I kind of don't like. And it's not the idea of like, oh wow, that's an unfortunate plot twist. I really like the idea of Kurenai being like, yeah, I'm willing to let you guys go, but you have to do all this, shit involved for it, make your money, and then you probably find an easy way to bring him back. But straight up, she's just like, nope, tricking you guys. You're not going nowhere. You guys are screwed. But Paul, being Paul with his ability to, move things and objects, 4 inches, just snatches them off, which is smart because he himself, I can't tell if he's going to be a fighter, but he seems like he's got a lot of, like, utility and use for him. Or maybe it's just thievery. But it ends up giving Homura the cube that's got all the information of Valkyrie on it. So they're going to find out some probably good lore stuff. So I guess, would it be lore? Exposition. Plot stuff. Moving forward. And then finally we see Kurenai as she's, gathering up her crew. I was actually like, what's funny is I was thinking about, like, how many members are there going to be in her elite group? There's only 3. But I was like, okay, we have Garrett, we have Baku. Who's the last one? And it's really hilarious because I talked about how impressive the actual dude, the one that helped Rebecca was, but for some reason I had this like idea that he was retired and he was just living there. I had some headcanon there. I didn't think about it, but now we got all three of them together, and we're gonna see them all, what they're capable of. We know they're pretty strong, and it was actually really fucked up. Like, Kurenai brought that guy from earlier. She burned his face. She's got like a gimp mask on him with a collar, and he's just like on all fours walking around naked. It's just like, this is pretty like, it isn't like super dark, but it's just kind of like, that's some like creepy shit right there. And her spooky face as she's like pissed off because now she hears that Valkyrie and her crew are planning another uprising, and she says that they're going to, because we know she wants Eden Zero the ship, so now she's ready to go crazy on it because she's just like, well, I'm gonna use her set of the Oculus Kurenai, and she's gonna burn the labor district to ashes. So I'm wondering how, like, if it's gonna be like in multiple beams, start doing some like James Bond orbital laser, just like a slow moving path of destruction that just sweeps over the area. I'm hoping that because I think that'll be really cool. I actually didn't have a lot to talk about this chapter because like you had some good like teamwork action stuff, but it was really just like, again, fun dynamics, but more set up towards, them finding out more about Valkyrie. But I was much more interested in just like looking at this really cool satellite. It's just like, I love the eyeball on it too. But that's mostly it for this one. Like, again, I didn't have a lot to go over. Like, we got good, like I said, good teamwork. Teamwork's always fun. Teamwork makes the dream work. Some fucked up stuff with Kurenai and her gimp slave. Jesus. Legit spooky. But I'm also really hoping we get more cool monsters like the Black Rock. I really like that design. I'm really happy about it. But other than that, tell me in the comments what you think. Unfortunately, this is a much shorter video than usual, but I still want to hear what you guys have to say. And really appreciate the thumbs up the video, for the like button and subscribe button, and check out my other videos. By that, I appreciate everyone who's already subscribed, and I thank you all for listening. Bye.